I'm going to get to it. I promise you. Bear with me. Rhode Island, capital city, will spend 10 million in reparations, and it could benefit white residents. Oh, I said it. I said it. I said it. It took me a lot to get that out. I said it. I said it. This is from CNN by Nicole Chavez and Justin Gamble. By definition, can it be reparations if it benefits those who were doing the horrors that require reparations? Is this another me, oh, you're leaving me out, we gotta be part of everything. Oh, reverse racism. Oh, we're being discriminated against. Oh, I'm the last white guy, and white guys are discriminated against the most. Why we're dominating everything and in control of everything, we're discriminated against. And oh, we call ourselves supreme. And oh, oh, I'm so stressed out. I'm a white guy. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. They really feel deep in their heart that they're experiencing the Negro treatment. And some of them are. And it's about time because guess what? We're not taking any longer. So you might get you a little Negro treatment. And guess what? It's like lightning striking. So take this. Take this Negro treatment.
The Negro treatment.
I didn't do anything that did anything.
The Negro treatment.
No.
The Negro treatment. The Negro treatment.
And I guess since you feel like you've been receiving the Negro treatment, that you should get some reparations. That's what it seems like to me. That you believe somehow that now, if we're all equal, all things being equal, we should get some reparations too. Well, you can't call it reparations then. See? You can't call it that. Officials in Providence, Rhode Island recently approved a $10 million budget plan for the city's reparations program. First of all, let's talk about this measly $10 million, right? What are we gonna do with that, champ? What are we gonna do with that? Oh, let me guess. The quintessential build a rec center, community center, right? It continues to say, but some are wondering who might end up benefiting from it. Well, you just told. You just told who's going to benefit from it. White residents. Like it continues, like other communities across the country did in the wake of 2020 police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Shout out to Jay Lava. Not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think. Hello, McFlizzle. They always bring that up. You almost can't have a discussion about race reparations, anti black racism without talking about George Floyd in Minneapolis. 612 stand up. Minneapolis saying stand up. Minneapolis stand up. Your co host here and your other co host both are former residents of Minneapolis. So we know how it goes down. If you've never been there before, then you don't know then. It continues. Providence sought to start a program offering reparations to Black, Indigenous, and other people of color whose families have felt the effects of decades of discriminatory practices. Listen, man. Indigenous folks, I get it. They're Black. They don't want to admit it. Y'all don't want to admit it. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. They Black. But the problem is they already got their piece of the pie. Yeah, take a second, think about that. They get casinos, P. They still got reservations, P. Where's the Black people's reservations at? Oh, y'all call them hoods where we don't own nothing. Y'all want to call it the ghetto where we don't own nothing, right? Oh, okay. No, that's not. That's not. Let us get a Chinatown. We ain't messing with you. I promise you. What you talking about? Flourish. Straight flourishing. That's why you don't see that because you know that. And what other people of color? And then what's that got to do with benefit white residents? You went through the Rainbow Coalition. You're BIPOC. See that? That was BIPOC. Black, Indigenous, BIPOC, people of color, BIPOC. But do you notice how Black ain't part of people of color? So who's the people of color? Think about it. Take 2 seconds. Did you think about that? So who are these people of color? Is that Asians, Mexicans? After that, who you got? Asians and Mexicans. And if we're messing with the Mexicans, the Latinos, the Hispanics, some of them is white. Most of them is white and considered white. Huh? Nick Fuentes? Nick Fuentes? Nick Fuentes. Right? It continues as the city's plan to underway is underway. Critics say the program is being rushed and its guidelines show white residents could qualify based on their income. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. There we go. There's that trick back. Huh? You think we gonna keep falling for that? Nah, P. That's why we know this ain't reparations, P. You ain't gonna be pissing on us and calling it rain, P. It goes on to say, if we are truly looking for a reparative process and something to heal the harms of the past, why are we rushing Black folks to work for money they might not even know about? Hold on, work for it? Wow. That was Justice Gaines, a local community activist, telling CNN. Providence Mayor Jorge Elorza, hey, Mayor, I hit you up. You didn't respond to my email, man. Check your email. I did hit you up. The true story. I did hit up the mayor. Why you didn't hit me back? Could y'all give the mayor a call of Providence and tell him to respond to my email? We should be flooding him. And tell him this ain't reparations. We should be calling up old Jorge and telling him this ain't reparations, dog, and we ain't happy with this. You know how LGBTQ gets down if you say anything they don't like. Right. It continues. Providence Mayor Jorge Elorza approved a $10 million budget plan in early November, prompting the launch of the program days later. I ain't never seen, I ain't never seen, I ain't never seen nothing that's. Oh, that boy did the fumble McGrumble on you. Look, I done smacked the mic all down, boy. Compton Schmacky, boy, because I got excited there. Because I'm trying to tell y'all something. Look, I done broke it. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to tell y'all something. That's why I got so excited. This knowledge, man. Knowledge is exciting. So I'm getting excited, and this is why I'm getting excited. I fumbled and bumbled, but I ain't gonna fumble on this knowledge right here. Think how long HR 40, over 30 years. Get what I'm trying to tell you? Do you get what I'm trying to tell you? Over 30 years. Fumbling, bumbling, right? You gotta get in this. We need this committee for that committee to check out this committee, to check out this other committee, right? We got all these committees we gotta go through. You understand? All these committees we gotta run hoops with to get something approved, right? And all of a sudden, approved in November, bam! Come on, man. It's the first week of December, and your little $10 million fake reparations is approved already. It's already approved already. He approved a $10 million budget plan in early November. The launch of the program days late, late, days later. So don't let them tell you it takes 20, 30 years for the study of the committee of the study. Days later. He approved it days later. It was done. Then they want to try to sully it was the result of more than 2 years of work by city leaders, activists, and scholars, the city said. Nah, nah. You say more than 2 years, but less than 3 years, right? Even that's fast if that's true, right? Think about that. Even that is quick compared with 30 years on HR fake reparations 40. Continuing, some of those efforts included the creation of a commission to study the issue. Of, I promise you I didn't read this. I promise you I didn't read this first. That's what I'm telling you. I promise that's not the case. I didn't read this first. The study of the commission to study the issue of racial inequality and reparations, the publication 194-page report. There's always got to be the study of the advisory board of the committee, and we got to figure this out, detailing how people of color have been harmed by the city in institutions for more than 4 centuries, in a report outlining 11 major areas the city could address to level the playing field between white people and residents of color in Providence. Who's the centuries? Who is the 4 centuries? That's all residents of color. The 4 centuries? That's everybody, huh? So we're not talking about black people no more. And George Floyd in Minneapolis. No, 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 no. That's off the menu. We're not talking about that no more. Right? That's not the discussion no longer. So what's the discussion now? Oh, we about to tell you. how these white folk can get in on it. That's what we about to tell you. That's what we about to tell you. Here we go, right here. Listen, listen. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Address the level playing field between white people and residents of color in Providence. These funds, let me tell you about these funds now. I'm going to tell you about these funds now. These funds move us one step further towards closing the present day racial wealth and quality gap. Aloza, bro. You talking about that funky $10 million? Is that what you talking about? What about all your red tape and your red lining and all that? What about just basic don't shoot somebody? If you're supposed to protect and serve, it's the slave patrol. How you going? I'm trying to figure this out here. I'm really trying to work with y'all, man. I'm trying to feel y'all out, man. I'm trying to see what's going on here. I really am. So this is one step closer to the present day. So what you going? So what you going? So if white people can benefit from it, how's it inching us closer? That's where I'm getting lost at. And then you're talking to first it started out black folks, and then it went to everyone. And you say people of color, which black folks detailing how people of color. Well, earlier in BIPOC, it was black, indigenous, and then people of color. So that says black people aren't included in this people of color they're talking about. Between white people and residents of color. You just specifically let it be known it's black, indigenous, and then people of color. So black people have nothing to do with this fake reparations. Therefore, it cannot be reparations. It continues the program does not include direct cash payments to descendants of enslaved people. So when you're talking about what ain't gonna happen, then you get very specific. Yeah, we talking about black people now, descendants of slaves. You people, you ain't getting no cash, P. The program does not include direct cash pay. Hold on, make sure y'all get this on the mic. Let me make sure. Mic one check 1 2 1 2. They called it reparations. They told you that white folk could get it. They told you that people of color does not include black people, and then very clearly told you the program does not include direct cash payments to descendants of enslaved people, a practice which has been discussed by reparations commissions across the United States. It is not reparations then. It continues instead, the city's plan is to fund an array of initiatives aimed at closing the racial wealth inequality gap. What is that? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, what does that mean? You'd like to know? Well, here they're going to tell us. Initiatives include the creation of a workforce training and job placement program. What does that matter if the jobs that you're creating are $10, $12, $14, $15? I just read a report that said the average American has to work 60 plus hours a week to afford to live. So that's including poor white folk who don't know they poor and be riding with policies that don't help them because you know what? They know it would help us. But if they were smart, they would know by us getting what we need, we got the kind hearts We still shop with people that don't like us. We know that they don't like us, and we still shop with them unless they black. More of these initiatives. It's a program that they got the. Let's just start all over with the programs. These initiatives include the creation of a workforce training and job placement program to help 100 residents of color. That means not black. A program to accelerate investments in minority-owned businesses, which could be white women. Funds to help the creation of black-owned media outlets. Oh, okay. That's the only thing. Funds to help the creation of black owned media outlets. You mean like ones to go against the new black media? We already have media, black media out here. We're already independently owned, doing our own thing, like Hot Lava Media Group. I bet you don't put no funds into nothing like Hot Lava Media Group. No, I believe you'll put things into like Revolt. You see, things like Vice with white nationalists as owners and try to hide it. Is oh, this is for people of color. And they're also going to have African heritage cultural organizations. Who's that for? You didn't say black. You sure didn't say black. Who's that for? Tetheronis? For is that for first generation African Americans? It continues as well as a homeowners fund. We've seen that. We've seen that trick already. And you called it reparations. And you called it reparations. It's not even close to reparations. Remember? You guys must really. How you so supreme and come with the bootiest playbook? But if I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it. I guess. This is. Each and every one of these programs are tied to closing that racial wealth and equality gap. Who did you ask that to? Oh, I forgot you did the study of the study of the study, and the advisory board told you that, right? I'm sure one of them boards told you direct cash payments to descendants of enslaved people. So you know what it means. You know exactly what reparations means. That's what it means. It means direct cash payments to descendants of enslaved people. That's not just it, but that's the start. That's where the real start happens. Not all the dancing around it to all the other stuff that we did say we would accept. Go number one on the list. Number one on the list is direct cash payments to descendants of enslaved people. So you know what it is. You know exactly what it is. It continues, our people and families have been in the outside looking in for fair employment, fair housing, fair educational opportunities, fair health care access, and we're looking to close that gap in the city of Providence with targeted programs and services. This is Keith Stokes talking. He's the city's director of business development. You're sounding like you're black, but what I believe is you may be Tetherino, because else you would be talking about that cashola. And let's not act like this is a drop in the bucket. $10 million, because the $10 million is money the city received under the federal American Rescue Plan Act. The program does not limit eligibility to black residents. Well, we know barely black residents can even apply. We already know it's for everybody but black residents. We already know the only black residents that it is for is if you want to create a black owned media. That's it. Them is the funds you have for black residents. I already broke it down. You tried the trickery. No, no. You tried your word salad, your word gymnastics. I cut and slice and dice like Ginsu through that. The eligibility criteria include black and indigenous residents and people facing poverty who were born in Providence. White people are non-college students who have lived in the city for 3 years, more white people, and moved to the city to attend college at least 3 years ago, more white people. And if you want to go off that last one, or move to the city to attend college at least 3 years ago, that's not even poor white people. That means you could have attended Brown University, which is in Providence. So you attended Brown University 3 years ago. Now you're a senior. Your people have plenty of money. You didn't come from a bad family at all. You got plenty of bread. And when I'm saying bad, I'm not saying that their family's not bad. I'm saying bad off financially. And you could collect a check. You too can collect a check. There are more than 189,000 people living in Providence, according to the U.S. Census. White residents make up 53.2% of the population, followed by 43.5% who are Hispanic or Latino, and 16.1% who are black. Oh my gosh. At least 23% of the population in Providence lives in poverty. I wonder where that 23% is mostly comprised of. And I don't know where all these Hispanic and Latinos is. I ain't see all that in Providence, just to let you know. It goes on to say the city has said the funding is subject to federal regulations, but each initiative has been written to clearly reflect the recommendations made by the reparations committee. Who, 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 who's on the reparations committee? Who's doing that? I'd like to know who's on the committee now. Are there any black people? I'm talking about, is there any FBA people on the committee? I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Gaines, the local activist, worries many black and indigenous people who are going to miss out on the program. The application window for some grants is closing next week, and the city is only taking bids for most of the initiatives on Monday. White people, some of the younger new business owners or nonprofit leaders may not have the same access to information as others to take advantage of the program, given proposals are due so quickly, Gaines said. What I tell you, I knew there was a trick bag. Ain't never seen no program move this fast, P. Oh, what? Yep, we got some money for y'all right now. Yep, right now. Bang, it's ready. The program's ready. Let's go. We got to have it right now. Let's go. Where's the money at? Let's go. Need the money. Gotta have the money. Where's the money at? I need the money. Give the money here. Monday, that's today. This the afternoon show, so hopefully, man, y'all can get in. Still, after watching this, if you're in Providence, it don't all expire. You know what I'm saying? So you can still check it out. Go see if they got some of that bread. It's supposed to be for you. It's reparations. Told CNN city officials have been reaching out to any and all potential participants in this project. No, you haven't. If people want to debate, process, and policy and implementation, absolutely they should. But the intent here has always been an intent to get these dollars and get these policies and programs out to the people and communities of the greatest need. That's what Stokes said. You won't say black people. We just got done going over the numbers. The greatest need is for black people, but okay, we won't say it. Dr. Danny Ritchie, founder of a community health innovations and member of the city's African American ambassador group. Oh my gosh, full of probably Africans and not black people. Said city leaders were so concerned with showing that they were doing something on reparations, they failed to take the necessary steps to ensure something tangible would be achieved. Hmm. You mean like a check? Tangible like a check? You mean tangible like a check? You mean tangible like a check? You mean something like a check? Hmm. It is a catalytic approach to reparations, not a transformative approach that would impact nearly all citizens and be sustainable, Stokes told CNN, adding the state and federal government could partner with cities to rectify racial inequalities. What are you talking about, dude? Here you go. They could just stop it if they wanted to, right? They could have just did it right there and did cash payments. They decided not to. They know who to give the cash payments to. They know all of that, but they decided not to. So stop tiptoeing because they don't want to. If they wanted to, they would do it. Why some funds may be awarded before Mayor Jorge Elorza's terms concludes at the end of the month, the city says additional funds from the 10 million will still be administered next year. What is you talking about? No, you're supposed to give all of that out, man, to the people who's supposed to have it, which are black people. What do you say black is? Descendants of slaves. Last sentence, Mayor-elect Brett Smiley said in a candidate forum he would continue the program but did not discuss any details. Boo. So he got it in, lo mexicano, he got it in, and he trying to disperse it to his people as soon as possible. That's what we learned here today, boys and girls. And what else? Watch for the trick bag language. You have to watch out for it. It's vital. It's vital you watch out for the trick bag language. Don't just jump on anything that says reparations. It is not. And everybody who is skin folk is not kin folk. I ain't gonna hold you, just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Hey, look into that. If they got some funds, you in Rhode Island, Providence, they said they got some funds. Said some of them end on Monday. That is today. There's still other funds available, but some of it has to be in today. You have to get on it ASAP. I don't know what time it ends. I don't know if you can get an extension. Love, peace, blessings, and maloha. It's that love, peace. Sometimes you need this peace to get this peace. Blessings and maloha. Well, what does mean? Look it up. Nah, you can't look it up. That's from this show. Put it in comments, man. If you want to know, I'm going to for show. Don't get tricked with the trick bag language. And once again, if you're in Providence, Rhode Island, my FBA is gonna see if you can get some of that money real quick. They got some funds. They got some funds, even though they did say it ain't for you. Slide in and say you could get your media on, and there's other little trinkets you can get in there. You can flip flop it and get in there. You know how to finagle. You know how we do. Take these commercials. Because we got to finagle these bills now. Love y'all. Take that, take that, take that, take that.
Be one to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis, is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. This is Kendra Blackwood for Hot Lava Music TV. First off, let's get this straight. I only want a boss. And I like to see a boss and boss shit. Where can you get boss shit, you ask? Well, dig this player. Boss 3 Anti Clothing got that drip for you and your missus. Now first, go follow at Boss 3 Anti Clothing on IG to see more real boss shit. And second, please log on to boss3anticlothing.com. That's boss3anticlothing.com. Currently we have multiple color combinations in stock. Ball out like a boss with the full sweatsuits for $250 and just the jacket for $150. And we also have jerseys for $75, and we definitely have the t-shirts for only $25. We offer free standard shipping, and have a quick response time. So tap in and style like a boss would do. Please go visit boss3anticlothing.com, that's boss3anticlothing.com. Once again, that's boss3anticlothing.com. Love, peace and blessing.
We need to go out here and say exactly what we want. And we got to say it with our chest. And we kind of start pussyfooting around, and we got to stop being scared to say exactly what we want, what we need. We need that paper. Say it with your chest. Damn all that. We need justice. We need y'all to love us. No. We don't need that paper. We need reparations in the form of a check. Let's stop being afraid to say that.
I know you get the money from that ride before you went on the day. I told you motherfucker, I got your money yet, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't got the money yet. Fuck you think you is, man. Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something. What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit.
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like midnight. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright.
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain. I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty.
Hey, Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Crunchy cream, leaf, keef, oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see.
Call me when you need a friend. Call me when you need someone to come through with that loving baby. I'll be the one to get it from the back. You'll be pulling on my body, babe. There ain't no need to answer the phone, 'cause I got you where I need you, baby. Face down in the bed, and we keep